Hello friends! Chapter 253 ended with Sukuna defeating Maki and Kusakabe realizing that he is alone against the monster. Let's find out what happens next. Kusakabe, sitting down, assumed a special stance for attack.
New shadow style, simple domain, evening moon sword drawing.
Puzzled Sukuna, who wondered why Kusakabe was using it when he could cut everything from a distance. Ii comes from Yaido, the art of drawing the sword and striking in one motion. Simple territory works as a countermeasure against territories and barriers. It nullifies the guaranteed hit effect, but cannot neutralize the technique itself. While it is simple, it is still a territory. Sukuna prepared to strike back. Inside the simple territory, Kusakabe's cursed energy increased, weakening Sukuna's technique. Sukuna attacked,
But Kusakabe defended excellently.
surprising Sukuna,
What pleased Kusakabe was his ability to embed his own program into the territory.
allowing him to reflexively intercept anything that intruded its boundaries. He managed to anticipate Sukuna's attacks through the spikes of his cursed energy and body movements, but now it should be easier. He was amazed by Sukuna's attacks, although he managed to defend himself.
Kusakabe changed the trajectory of Sukuna's slash.
Feeling fear, Sukuna prepared for another attack, but what surprised Kusakabe the most was that Sukuna did not flinch before attacking. Now he expects Sukuna to use the world-cutting technique. If I remember correctly, it was called world dismantlement. Mei and her brother sit and rest. She believes that she and Nanami will be stronger than Kusakabe. Nanami does not consider him a winner in their battle, but also does not see him as a loser. A swordsman, his techniques varied. He mastered barrier techniques, could analyze carefully, and made judgments supported by extensive knowledge of curse techniques.
All stronger than Kusakabe.
For Mei, he is a reliable all-around master. Such a shaman is not afraid to be stranded on a deserted island. Gojo believed that Kusakabe's trump card was the simple territory. To create it, beginners have to use different binding oaths. Here comes Miwa, saying that her territory disappears if she lifts both legs off the ground during its effect. But Kusakabe can use the simple territory without binding oaths and has a very large coverage. And he eats ice cream. Sukuna tensed, feeling that something unusual was about to happen. He realized that he had increased the radius of the simple territory when he expanded the target of his technique. Mei continues to explain that the Iai shadow style lures the opponent into its radius for a counterattack, but instead, Kusakabe forcefully pushes the opponent into it, expanding the radius of his simple territory. And also, the territory has a program that automatically attacks anything that enters its radius. A shaman who rose to the first rank without a technique in battle works not on logic, but on instincts. It's extremely unpleasant to lose like that. And Kusakabe went on the offensive. He delivers countless blows, cutting all of Sukuna's body in an instant. Nanami doesn't know who could handle this, but he knows who could and doesn't need to. Well, you can guess who. His sword breaks. They both understand perfectly what this means, but Kusakabe doesn't lose his cool and throws his coat at Sukuna, thereby obscuring his view, and immediately engages in hand-to-hand combat. Sukuna cuts the coat and gets hit by Kusakabe. He flies several tens of meters, but doesn't waste time. Kusakabe rushes at him again like a beast that won't let go of its prey and continues to attack him. Kusakabe doesn't understand. This is completely unlike Sukuna. Why is he trying so hard, going all out? He thinks it's because of Yaga as he owes him, but he is dead, and he realizes that this is the reason. They say dead men tell no tales, so all he can do is think about what Yaga would say if he were alive. If he hadn't fought, risking his life, Yaga wouldn't have blamed him, prohibited his sister from seeing Takiro or something like that. However, he thinks that a barely noticeable sadness would have appeared on his face. Not because he doesn't want to risk his life, but because they cannot fight together. And the main reason Mei Gojo and Nanami root for Kusakabe, despite his constant complaints, is that he never forgets about intellectual honesty. In short, he is just a good person. And in the heat of the battle, Kusakabe realizes that now is not the time to think about nonsense. If he doesn't succeed, Sukuna will kill Miwa, who has become a participant in the deadly migration, and the others. These kids fought risking their lives, so what kind of adult would he be if he didn't fight to the end? New shadow style,
Moonlight Veil.
a technique that recreated the broken sword. Sukuna notes that he aimed at his wounded heart, which was quite expected. Kusakabe is annoyed that he stopped this attack with his 2 fingers, which he flicked, and a moment later, Kusakabe lay on the ground with severe injuries. Ui arrives to help. However, a silhouette of a monster appears behind him. He is already getting tired of all this. Ui turns around and the screen goes black. In the place where the guy was, there are traces of Sukuna's attack. He asks someone, "Who are you?" It was Miguel. He taunts Sukuna, saying that he doesn't know him and lives in a tank. That's probably why the islanders have such poor reception. And apparently, he is the next one to fight the King of Curses. It was an epic chapter. Most likely, Ui will take Kusakabe to a safe place. Miguel will probably hold off Sukuna for some time, and Itadori will enter the battle with new powers. After all, their Choso helped him master some technique or how to better control reverse cursed energy. Well, let's see what happens next. Honestly, Sukuna's too strong. He just outplays everyone. It's as if he always has an ace up his sleeve for all life's occasions. Thanks for your attention. Don't forget to subscribe and like, and also leave your thoughts in the comments. This was Vision Manga. See you soon.